Hey, and welcome back to Setting Up an Arizona Tournament, Part 3. Make sure to smash those like and subscribe buttons, as YouTube and I are not quite getting along right now. I'm learning that larger videos don't process too well. So in this episode, I'm going to be taking a look at how to set up some judge categories. Under your Settings tab, notice that judges come before events, and there's a reason for that. You want to have your judge categories set up before you set up your event, because the two of them wind up working together and influence each other. So we have our judge categories, and I've already got a few that I set up that once I've gone into the event, I can go back into the judges and there will be new information there. So let's take a look first at the Congress judge category. So the way you'd want to set this up, actually, let me create a new judge category for Lincoln Douglas. And we can abbreviate that with LD. When are my judge details going to be due? We're going to say they're going to be due on the 20th, and they're going to be due at 5 o'clock p.m. And how many entries per judge owed? We're going to have 2 entries per judge owed. Now, there are a whole bunch of things here that I can't do anything with yet because I've got to save my settings. And then, all of a sudden, I've got options. So I can suppress the judge codes and have it be name only. Do I want to publish the list of judges online? Nah, probably not. Why intimidate those judges? I want to make sure my judges have linked accounts. I want to get the judge phone number. It changed my judge details due option, but that's okay because I can fix that. We don't charge a judge bond. We don't want to alter the burden. We don't really need to worry about judge qualifications and histories or first-year outs because we wouldn't have tournaments without the first-year outs. We do want them to be able to double enter in other categories, because that way an LD judge could be a speech judge or a Congress judge. And we want them to specify that alternate category. I'm an LD judge, but I can also be a speech judge. We want to not worry about hires because that's tournament hiring and offering judges for hire. We don't do that. We want to go to tabbing. Prevent back-to-back rounds? No, can't do that. Same event twice? Yeah. Because in debate, otherwise they could judge one round and then leave. Panels with same school judges, we're not going to worry about. In fact, there's not much else here. A training online ballot is an interesting option if you want to have the judge fill out a ballot before they begin. And then tabulation settings are really more for manual ballot tournaments, so we're not going to worry about that. And then on the ballot, do we want to list the entry names? Yes. We have a bunch of things for speech. Do we want school codes? Yes. We don't want school names, and we don't really have a lot of other elements there. Rating, we're not going to worry about because we don't do mutual judge pref. The shifts function, this is where you can mark judges as part-time, and you can set up the time limit and the shift. So you could say, I have a shift of Friday from 3 o'clock to 10 o'clock p.m. And I have a shift of Saturday from 12:30 until 8 o'clock p.m. for prelims and elims. Just be warned, this is confusing because the way Tabroom sets it up, what they mark is when they're not available. So if I've got a judge and I think, oh, they're available Friday, Saturday, and I mark yes Friday, yes Saturday, what I'm telling the tournament is they're never available. So maybe it's easier if the coach just communicates when the judges are available. But if I wanted to add a shift, I could add it just as a strike. This would be if I want to charge a fee for them, but we don't find judges. And so the prelims start Friday the 25th at 3:30 p.m. and they end Friday at, we'll say, 10:30 p.m. Make sure you're doing start and finish. Will that work? Sure. So now I've got that particular time shift. I've got my elims. That's a private strike. And why did prelims not stay there? There we go. So now I've got my prelim shift, I've got my elim shift, but when a judge goes through and when a coach goes through and indicates the judge isn't available during that time, what'll wind up happening is they'll basically be confused as to what that means. So be sure that you're clear if you're going to use this. You can look at our other categories. So for Congress, once I link the Congress event to the Congress judge pool, a new option for Ask for Parliamentarians is going to pop up. And so, yes, I'd like to ask for parliamentarians. Otherwise, we've got just the same chunk of info that we have for all of our other events. Don't worry about first year outs. Don't worry about judge info on registration sheets. Now, Congress tabbing winds up the same. School code, entry names, we don't worry about the IE stuff. They can get the same event twice. Now, I've got a tab here for fake judges. And the reason for that is because this is a practice tournament, I'm going to have to create fake judges and fake entries in order to simulate the prelims. And then I've got my public forum category, and it is the same as the others. Yes, we want them to get the same event twice. The only category where we don't want them to get the same event twice is in speech. And with speech, yes, we want piece titles in the question and speaker order. Okay. So that is creating your judge categories. And then I could create a fifth judge category for policy debate. And then we're good to go. Next time, we'll go over how to create the events.